Peace. Ali coming at you for the first video of 2018. And in this video, I want to break down the whole year of 2018 so you have something to base your studies off of, your practices, just your whole mindset, you know. For the past so many years, I've done the video every year letting you know the energies of the upcoming year, so this will be no different. Now, first off, this year is 2018. And let me preface it, first get this off my chest. Like, some people will tell you that the new year doesn't start until April, that we're really not in 2018, and all that stuff is valid. When you look and do the history, do the knowledge, you're going to know that this year is not 2018, This planet has not been here. This planet has been here for more than 2,000 years. Science will tell you that the earth is billions of years old. Most metaphysical insight would tell you that the earth is billions of years old. So we know that this year is not 2018 or the 2000th year of our planet. We know that. We also know that the beginning of the year technically should be in the spring, which is April. So we know all these things. But what can't be denied is, as the day of I'm recording this, according to the calendar, it says January 1st, 2018. And for the most part, most people are going to agree that today is January the 1st and this year is 2018. And this ties into what they call the collective conscious. Because most people agree and to sign up for it, it makes it part of our reality. And I'll end with this. It sounds cute to be like, the new year begins in April, once again, which technically it does. But you're not, in April 1st, you're not going to be like, it's August the 1st. People are not going to look at today as it's September 2017. The collective conscious agrees that this is 2018, so the energy is going to permeate for the 2018. Okay, so I had to say that first. So no offense if you don't think it's 2018 or anything like that. But like I said, when you deal with metaphysics, you deal with the collective conscious, most people are going to accept that it's 2018. So this breakdown is for the year 2018. So when you look at the year 2018, it is a universal 11/2 year. How do I get that? Add it up. 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8 equals, equals 11. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now, most numerologists will tell you never to break down master numbers. Master numbers are repeating digits. So 11, 22, 33, 44, and so forth are all considered master numbers. But in true numbers, there are only 9 numbers, 1 through 9. So 2018 is an 11 year, but it's also a 2 year. So you can look at it as 11/2. But also each number that makes up 2018 has a significant part to play as well. So I want to give you the overall energy, which I call the main dish for those who have taken my numerology class. The main dish is the one single digit number, and then the ingredients are the digits that make up that equal the single number. So 2, 0, 1, and 8 are all ingredients, but the main dish is a 2. So what does 2 mean? 2, the number 2, if you look at the keywords dealing with number 2, 2 is going to represent dependency, it's going to represent loyalty, it's going to represent balance, nurturing, motherly, intuition, emotions, support, dedication. Those are some of the keywords that make up the number 2. Also, each number has different correspondences. This when we get into what I coined Tahuti numerology, which is looking at the correspondences between all the numbers. So the number 2 corresponds with the planet, the moon. The moon is the planet that corresponds with the number 2. The color that corresponds with number 2 is white. The element, like fire, water, earth, and air, the element that corresponds with number 2 is water. Okay? The astrological sign that corresponds to number 2 is Cancer, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. The deity, or one of the deities that corresponds with number 2 is Maat. I feel like Maat represents the number 2 as far as the year that we're in. She represents the number 2 the best, in my opinion. Also, any deities that resonate with the moon any deity that resonates with the sign Cancer, and any deity that represents the element water or the color white will also be associated with number 2. But like I said, I think Maat represents the number 2 the most. You look at my book, Deity Linkage Manual, which you can find on Amazon or our online store, l9shop.com. That's el9shop.com. You can find more deities that resonate with that particular number, the number 2. So the number 2 represents all those things. It has those correspondences. And I'm coining this year the year of loyalty. And I can't get into my Kendrick Lamar song, but y'all know he made a song called Loyalty. But usually when I say or mention anything, YouTube like to clip my joints. But listen to that song by Kendrick Lamar called Loyalty to give you a little bit more insight on what this year is about. Also, with this being the year of the dog, in the Chinese astrology, it's always an animal associated with the entire year. For this year, 2018, once we get into the Chinese New Year, is the year of the dog. Dog is by far the most loyal animal in the Chinese zodiac. So when you put the number 2 with the sign, Chinese astrological sign of the dog, you have a very loyal number, very loyal energy. So loyalty is going to be one of the main energies that's played out. And this isn't loyalty to people, places, and things. As a spiritual teacher and an unconventional spiritual teacher, I'm always going to talk about and teach about going deeper within yourself, connecting with your higher self, taking care of your spiritual aspect. So loyalty from my standpoint is more so as being loyal to yourself in the things that you believe in, the things that you have dedicated yourself to. That's what you want to be loyal to. Alright? So let's get into the ingredients 2018 that makes up this universal year of 2. First off, the number that starts, the first number is usually how it sets things up. You notice when we went from the 1900s, the 1 was the first number. When we went to the 2000s, then the 2 was the first number. And one of the major differences that you've seen was it went from a 1 egotistical, masculine kind of fire aspect nature dealing with the 1900s, the 18s, 17s, 16s, or any year that started with 1. When we went to 2000, which was the first year that started with 2, that's when you got more of the softer, feminine, more emotional, more balanced. And you also seen a lot more people expressing themselves more artistically. This is when, not to, talk about the younger generation, just calling it is what it is. This is when you started seeing more men with more feminine principles or whatever. Start to dye their hair or start to wear their hair more like girls, quote unquote. When I was growing up, it wasn't so much acceptable for men to wear tight jeans or to have their hair different colors or to be braided a certain way. Well, now, fast forward to 2018 and the 2000s, it's more acceptable. And it's not considered gay, quote unquote, for somebody that has more feminine principles, because we're dealing with that 2 energy, and that 2 energy allows you to express more of your feminine, nurturing, caring nature, etc., etc. So the 2 is the jump off point, and that's going to allude to all the keywords that I said before: dependency, balance, emotions, intuition, caring, support, dedication. That's kind of like what's going to set up, everything that deals with the 2000, especially 2018. The 0 in the 2018 represents the spirituality, the unknown aspect, the mystical aspect, the holistic aspect, or whatever, part of nature. So when I say that you want to be loyal to something, that's why I'm saying that you want to have it more of a spiritual standpoint because of that 0. Because of that 2, that's spiritual in nature as well. And that brings us to the 1. The 1 represents the self, also represents independence. So it's kind of a conflict of interest with 2 being a very dependent number, 1 being an independent number. And like I said, we're talking about the ingredients that make up 2018. So you want to make sure to put yourself first. This doesn't mean that you denote to other people, that you default to other people, that you stay in the background, because 2 will push you towards the background, but that 1 is going to make sure that you get your voice out there. So that 1 deals with being bossing up, manning up. Even if you're a woman, it represents bossing up. So that's one of the ingredients as well. The 8 and this goes along with the number 2, is a number that likes to depend on other things. It likes to have other things around it. So when you put the 8 in there as the ingredient, it's going to denote materialism, holistic, because 8 deals with the physical and the spiritual realm. When you look at the 8, you can look at the top representing spirituality, the bottom representing physicality, and it comes and merges things together. So 8 is a very holistic number. Also, it deals with working with groups of people. It deals with health. It deals with finance. It deals with business. Deals with manifestation. Deals with power. Okay? So when you put those ingredients together, you want to be loyal to yourself. If you want to start a business or if you want to gain some more materialism, that's fine. But you want to dedicate yourself to something. That's probably why I like to close this video with. In 2018, regardless of your personal year or your age, you want to dedicate yourself to something. This is prime energy for you to be loyal and dedicate yourself to something that is part of spirituality, part of giving back, or part of working on your inner core. So this has been my message for 2018. Hopefully this gives you some insight on how you can use this energy. So until next time, this has been Ali. Peace.